Morning, everybody. I'm headed down to the farm here. Grandpa said the first thing he was going to do this morning was put a sensor on the hopper on the 2188 that I was running last night in the last video showing corn. The sensor for the hopper that tells when you're full, it does not work anymore, so you got a new one. He's going to put it on, then we're going to load that head up and start moving equipment over to the Mugi farm and take the Harvester 2, which is the two-wheel drive 2188, take it back to Rick's farm and take the 6-row back here too and get it started. And the hired man's going to do that while we're working on the Mugi farm, so that's our plan today. Grandpa's putting the sensor in, so I'm going to hop in this truck and start it up, let it warm up. Didn't get too cold last night, but he said this truck kind of hesitant when it gets a little cold. It has a glow plug on the manifold, so you just got to turn the key and let it do its thing there. But yeah, a lot of fodder got in this truck too. Oh. There we go. Alright. Held air good last night. The other night it didn't hold near as good. I don't know what the problem was. But, yeah, let it warm up. This truck's got corn in it, so it can go to town. I imagine he'll have the hired man take it while we get equipment moved over to Mugi, but we're going to take the cart today, that way in case he gets in a line with one of the trucks, I got something to dump in still. It can hold about 2.5 hoppers, so it'll be helpful. Half a trailer it can hold. But that and the combine, what I can fit in it. So we're just preparing for the worst, because we'll need the cart down on Rick anyway at some point, so might as well go ahead and take it over there. That way, if we need it today, we got it. Yeah, we're gonna need some fuel. I'm gonna run some fuel in while I get this back over across the road. Luckily we got that roundabout around the bend, so I can just pull in there and go around that and pull right the fuel barrel. That was about one of the best ideas we've had, putting that roundabout in. That way we ain't gotta pull up and back into anywhere. Make the roundabout and roll. Grandpa one day put up this fence around this little hayfield here. He put the cows on it, let them chew on it, clean it up. Well, it's been about 2 hours. I got the semi moved over and it fueled up. And we did some final things on the combine. Got it good to go. Head's loaded up now. We had to do some fixing on the trailer on that Peterbilt. That's a trailer we just got. That one that we traded that old steel trailer for. The bar that goes through the tarp, it had a break in it, so it came out. We got it fixed, and the handle on it, we got it adjusted too, because it was too long, it was dragging the ground. It was to the point where if you backed up in a low spot, it would bend your bow there. So we got it fixed. It had a little bit of a bow in it already, so we straightened it out, and hired man's hauling that load to town. We're getting the combine moved now. I got the 8-row head behind me. Grandpa's following with the combine. We're gonna get moved over to the Mugi farm and get started. We're not getting started as early as we wanted to, but we had to fix the trailer. Ain't no point cobbling it together then it breaking again. We just fixed it, and we fixed it right. Well, we got moved over here, head on the combine, everything hooked up. Grandpa's gonna start opening up. Hired man's gonna bring the Peterbilt here. Then me and him are gonna start moving stuff over here. We're gonna bring the cart over here, like I said earlier. And we'll use that on the end roads. That way I can chase him around with that instead of running the combine up and down the field. Because the motors in them combines, they can burn some fuel. Plus, there ain't no point in running it across the field when we got a tractor and cart anyway. So, I'm going to take this header cart, go and hook it on the other side of the field. That way, when we're done, we can just throw it on the trailer and move on to the next place, which we may not even need to put it on the trailer because the other place is right across the road. So, we'll probably do that next. Then, move on to LaGrange from there. We'll just have to see how everything works out, what moisture is. And we just end up switching to beans and run one combine on beans here and run one combine on corn and LaGrange. We'll just have to see how everything works out. So I'm gonna go get this wagon unhooked and we'll see how far he gets while I'm doing that.
cut these 26 acres of beans here, I had something to dump in. Keep your trailer behind you straight, Chuck, and you can always back it.
So I just dropped the hired hand off the farm. He's bringing old Smokey over here so we can keep shelling corn. But Grandpa, he's getting the combine all straightened out over there, getting some things picked, opening the field up while we're moving. And when he gets done with that, I'm going to take over and run the combine, shell corn. Hired man's going to haul, and Grandpa's going to go over to Rick's, and they're going to start getting things straightened out for beans, move the combine over, bring the platform over. And Rick is getting the auger set at his bin right now because he always puts his beans and corn in the bin until he runs out of room, then he'll haul to town. Says the beans are ready, so we're going to go. He tested the moisture on the corn, took it to Ursa. It's still 16.7, so they'd still get a pretty good dock right now. At Ursa and Bunge's, well, what used to be Bunge's, it's CGB now. Communist Grain Buyers, they call it. It's not the name, but that's what it's called. Farmer name. But they dock you if it's above 15%. Trying to keep wet grain from coming in, which people have been hauling nothing but wet grain in, and all they can get is one barge a day. When you're a facility that big with trucks hauling in all day, one barge is not going to handle it. Even as big as the facility they got, it's still going to fill up. That's our worry right now, but they're not full, so we're just going to keep hauling. So this corn's doing pretty good. Just this little patch right here was a hopper and a half, I'm pretty sure, but Grandpa's getting things opened up right here, so we'll be good to go. I'll start picking, and he's going to get the other combine ready, like I said, and we're going to keep working. Planning on him cutting beans tomorrow over on Rick, and I shell corn here, and hired man haul. That's our plan tomorrow. Whoever does what could change. I might end up over there cutting beans, who knows. It's just whoever's chose or whoever wants to do what tomorrow. It just depends on that. But we'll get it figured out. Somebody will be doing something. I'll more than likely be in a combine. That's just the way it is. But he's getting her picked. Well, I got the cart and I'm headed back to Muggy's. Hired man took the pickup bag. The way Grandpa was looking, he should have the Peterbilt for the most part full, so hired man will take that one off, and I'll take over and run the combine, and Grandpa will start getting things moved in for beans. Gotta be careful on this. Our local MoDOT did a piss poor job putting these culverts in. They never seem to be able to get the asphalt in right, and there's always either a big bump or just a big hole. This time there's a big hole. Yeah, that's ridiculous. See, I'm not even going 10 miles an hour across that. That's poor craftsmanship. Take pride in your work. Another hopper on the truck. After this, trailer will be half full. Hired man ain't back yet. I bet he's waiting in line at the elevator. Had to every other time. Everybody's getting in the field today. It's drying up. They can go. Well, I'm taking over the combine. I got 16 more inrows right here, which is the waterway. I'll just go down to the waterway and back, and then I'll be picking east and west on that. We even on the inrows we were picking had corn that reached 210 bushels per acre. That's pretty dang good for the type of dirt around here. I know you'll get guys up in Iowa and over in Indiana talking, yeah, picking 300 bushel corn. Well, you got better dirt than we do, bud. And you got different conditions than we do. We're all in the Midwest, but everything's different. Around here, 210 bushel corn. It's good corn. Going up. Looks like a pretty clean grain sample to me. got a little bit of down corn. We had some wind a while back and it did a number on a lot of corn around here. Which the dry weather we had, none of it could really develop a good stalk. So the stalks are weak on them. That's what's causing all of it to fall down. Now it's getting to the point where there's no wind. They're still just starting to break off. Goosenecking as they call it. Like that here right there. Kind of just fell down. The top of it did. But other corn's doing good enough that it kind of cancels out what fell down. So it's still doing good. I like being able to shell this on 8 rows instead of 6. We get a little more done. I'm glad the hire man made it back so he could get the tractor and cart over to me, because well, my full light come on, which we got it set to where it's down a little bit. That way when it starts going off, you ain't got to find the truck immediately. But of course it starts going off when I get right down here on the other end. But I think I'm full. I mean, I got a little bit more, but I may or may not have took a corn shower earlier. Had to use my auxiliary hopper, but that was my own stupidity, but I don't want to hear it because every farmer's done it. But Iron Man made it back in this time. He's bringing the cart over here. Cooking right along. Grandpa, all he got back with the other combine. Grandma pulling the platform in, and Rick right behind them, getting hooked up and gonna start cutting beans back on Rick. Kind of get things opened up, and we're gonna make a full run tomorrow. We do have to meet with a certain guy concerning some land tomorrow morning. I'll let y'all know about that when we make a decision and I'm allowed to give that information. But let's just say it's a good deal. But yeah, here on this hump here, we're getting 200 plus. It's running 212 right now. Pretty good corn. Got another hopper full. After the cart, our hired man brought the cart to me, I was able to go down, come back, and I was headed back up, and I didn't quite make it. This corn is doing pretty good. So I got just a short little jag I got to do, then I can go back onto the straight roads. I'm almost past the waterway, so I'll be good to go after that. sun's going down, finally had to flip my lights on. After staring at the corn all day, your eyes kind of get screwy. But we've been picking all day and finally made it past the waterway up there, so it's just straight going. Ain't got to lift up to cross that, or there's a ditch in there. We're probably gonna fix that. Maybe, just depends on some other things. But yeah, we've been picking all day. Grandpa's over there cutting beans. I don't know how he's gotten along. I ain't talked to him since he moved back there. But hired man just got back from Peterbilt. I can fit about another hopper on the old Smoky there, so we'll put that on. And elevator closes at 7, so won't be able to take this load into town. It'll be taken in the morning, but we may fill the truck too. Other truck there, just that way we can keep picking, but we'll just have to see. Main thing, I'll just put it in the cart and we can load it in the truck in the morning. Depends on what Grandpa wants to do. That's his call to make. I can just put my 2 cents in it. It is what it is, but I'll just keep picking until he tells me to stop. This hopper here will finish off this trailer. Just talked to Grandpa, he said keep picking. He's gonna put one more hopper on Rick's truck. He's gonna shut her down for the night.